ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Watchtower. As we roll and we roll and we roll and we get this over with, and what's going on with these weekend box office, interesting articles. We bring you comics, we bring you entertainment, we bring you don't buy digital. We bring you all kind of things that I try to teach you people on how to do the right thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Brianios is here! Big Rick is here! Dark Lord Fusion is here! Deuce is here! The Swordfish is here! And we are ready to go because we only got 1 hour because the Dallas Cowboys are playing and the Rick has absolutely no time. I can't do two things good at once. And the King Reaper is here! That's what I'm talking about, bro. Look at this here, man. The brothers is here already. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see. But let's not drag this out. Let's get to going here and let's talk about the weekend box office. So, ladies and gentlemen, last weekend, or this weekend, this past weekend, today's Sunday, so still part of the weekend. So anyway, number one was Wonka. Man, Wonka is down the road of the PlayStation brand. This thing's been made over 3 different times. And I can't take it anymore. I don't know what this one's about. Apparently, this is about this man making chocolate or what. Listen, man, look, they diagnosed me with type 2 diabetes. I give absolutely zero you-know-whats about Willy Wonka and his stupid chocolate. Aquaman will stomp him out come next week. Number 2 was Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. It was number 2. Got beat $5 million. Like, this box office dollars are horrible. But the Hunger Games has done 145 million in the stateside domestically, so that's good. So you're going to see another Hunger Games. The Boy and the Heroine, that came in at number 3. It was number 1 last week. Godzilla -1, and not in many theaters as all these other guys, but it gained another 82 theaters. Godzilla was number 3, $4 million, 34 million in the United States gross, but it's done quadruple that overseas in Japan. Trolls Band Together, number 5. Wish, number 6. Napoleon, which to me is now pretty much a box office failure, coming in at 7 with only a take of $57 million domestically. My goodness. What is Napoleon? Boy, Ridley Scott missed on that one. Number 8, Beyonce. Renaissance of a film of Beyonce. She's made $30 million so far. She only made $2 million this weekend. Poor Things came in at number 9. That's what we call this.
Hold on, Ray. I want to say something about that.
Go ahead, brother.
How the hell did she trick her fans to pay for tickets, to record them, get recorded, to pay for another pair of tickets, and them sitting in the crowd watching her perform?
You know what that's called? That's called pimping. So that's what we talking about. And to round out the top 10 was The Shift. Anybody ever seen The Shift? I saw a lot of movies that were on the weekend box office, like a Die Hard release, and I guess Nightmare Before Christmas had some kind of re-release going on here. So needless to say, the holiday movies are a little bit thin, huh? So
I'm wondering with Godzilla -1, I'm wondering when they brought it to the States, did they not think it was going to do good over here?
Probably not as well. I think you're right. I think because we had the other Warner Brothers Godzilla universe going on with Kong, well, they were probably hesitant and they didn't, you're right, because it makes no sense, because it's only in 2,600 theaters. They're gaining theaters by the week. They keep adding theaters for Godzilla because he came in he didn't have a whole lot of theaters. But I mean, that could be the case here where they're like, hey, you know what? Because you got to pay money to put your movie on a screen. So they're probably like, you know what? We don't know, because the Americans Godzilla and Kong and then this and that. So maybe that happened. Irene is here and she's giving a clap sign. Irene, good to see you. And maybe
I think they're surprised how good it's doing, because I'm surprised myself.
Listen, anytime you have a movie that is 90-something% Rotten Tomatoes with over 200 like reviews, that movie's a good movie. So and I think for me it helped the fact that I can't speak Japanese, so I had to read it, so it made me be engaged a little bit more. Ozzy is here. Flippin' is here. Hit the like button. I can't keep track of the likes yet because the like queen's not here. You might be at church. So, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like button as we get to rolling. We only got an hour, so y'all got to come in quick and come in fast. Pause. So, that being said, Levon.
MCU Storm casting.
All right.
Basically, pretty much, it's rumored to be Vanessa Kirby, who could make a perfect Sue Storm in the MCU, according to fan art, showcasing her in a classic team suit, capturing the Invincible woman's powers. Despite rumors and speculation, there's no official updates on Kirby's potential casting in Fantastic Four, leaving the role still up in the air. Various actresses, including Emma Stone, Margaret Robbie, have been linked to the role of Sue Storm, but none of them have been confirmed. The search for the cast of the Fantastic Four continues.
Well, I doubt that Margaret Robbie is playing Sue Storm when she's already Harley Quinn in James Gunn's DC. I doubt that's going to happen. Christopher Hart is here. The man who hates Xbox and Microsoft is here. He says, Ricky, talk about the Rebel Moon review. Zack Snyder is like Phil Spencer. Oh, man. It's funny. Oh, man. You know what? That was a good one, Chris Hart. Listen, Chris Hart gets the applause for that one. He's got to get that. Oh, good one, Chris Hart. Good one.
Ain't she also playing Barbie, too?
Yeah.
Ain't she playing Barbie?
Bro, she is hook, line, and sinker with Warner Brothers. I don't see her fucking going over there to play Sue Storm, and, ruffle some feathers. But, it's funny that you did say that. You know what? I'm going to do I don't think so. I don't think she's going to play her. I think this white woman that they angelic eyes and make all nice. And, hey, hell, she looks like Sue Storm. Oh, hell, you can make...
But hold on, Rick. Hold on. What movies has this lady done? I've never heard of her before.
She did like the Mission Impossible movie.
Let me do a dossier and vet her as an actress. Let's see.
She did like some of the Mission Impossible movies, the recent ones.
And this is Vanessa.
Okay.
Whoa.
Vanessa Kirby.
Here.
I wouldn't mind John Krasinski's wife.
Vanessa Curry, not Vanessa Williams. Vanessa Curry, brother.
Big difference.
You mean Emily Blunt?
Yeah. I would like to see her play Sue Storm.
All right. Well, those that don't know, this Vanessa Kirby is only 35. Well, she's 35 years old, so I guess it's kind of late in the game here. I mean, she played in Napoleon. She played as Empress Josephine in Napoleon, a failed movie, and she did play in Mission Impossible as the White Widow. She has done minimal television appearances. She did the Frankenstein Chronicles. She is a very vast trained actress. She does theater, and so you know what? You might be the one. It's the unknowns that make the big splash usually in these superhero movies. Is because the unknowns are usually the better actors. Because they're like the unknowns it's like an untapped freaking resource there. Ozzy says she is fine as hell. Dark Lord Future says she was in The Last of Us. I'm sorry, in the last two Mission Impossibles. Yes, sir, she was. So listen, I don't know. Look, we all didn't know who. Well, I didn't know who Christopher Reeve was until I seen him put on a Superman suit. So we didn't know who Hugh Jackman was until he put some claws on. So, sometimes these superhero movies are a way for you to get in and, whatever. Oh, man. The Cowboys are losing 14-0? Oh, Jesus. Anyway. So, I'm not quite sure about her there. I'm not going to say that she shouldn't play. But, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if she should. Good. And yes, the Cowboys are down 14-0. My God, Mike.
Oh, Ricky Brown, you may like this one. Because what if I were to tell you that Robert Pattinson's Batman, the one that you kind of had a distaste.
Oh, you mean that little skinny guy? That's Nightwing. Yeah, that's not Batman. That's Nightwing.
Isn't a part of James Gunn's DCU?
Oh, thank God. You know what?
Yeah.
I can almost take a Cowboys L today to find out that this bony jabroni will not wear the cowl in James Gunn's new MCU.
Yep.
Thank
Yeah, this
God.
is Matt's choice, really. That's his choice. That was his choice, and
Oh, thank God. The Light Queen is here. Light Queen, we are down 14-0. I'm in a bad mood and I gotta take a dump. God, why does this have to happen on a Sunday? So anyway, there is light at the end of the tunnel. James Gunn is not gonna let this bony jabroni come in here playing Batman. Thank God. So,
Well, I'll be honest with you, Rick. This was going to be an Elseworld story, because remember, before James Gunn signed on as the new Kevin Feige, they were going to make another Justice League, and they were going to focus on Ben Affleck's Batman. So it was always going to be an Elseworld story, just like Superman and Lois. That's an Elseworld story. It's not linked to anything related to the DCU. So
okay,
it was always going. And then James Gunn made it official once he signed on. Said that this is going to be its own separate thing, just like the Penguin series is going to be. It's only going to be linked to that universe. It's going to be outside of everything. So, they already made that.
That's a good. Listen, I'm happy to hear it. Eric, the horror fan, he said, "What happened to our NFL show? We ran out of time, bro. It's hard getting these brothers together, with the exception of Levon and Deuce and Ty. I mean, big money comes through, but I don't think the NFL show fit everybody's availability on a Thursday night.
Hey, what happened? The Cowboys was losing and he didn't want to do it no more. Tell me the truth.
Wait, I'm sorry. Didn't the Cowboys just stomp a mud hole in the Eagles?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
They just went, but when they was losing, you didn't want to do the show no more.
Blah 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 blah. I make things up anyway. So Ty that man has a problem with telling the truth. So hey, I don't know. But Eric, what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna pick up the NFL show again during the playoffs, because I found that it was too many games to go over on a daily basis to say, well, this guy did this good and run down the set. I mean, hell, we ain't the NFL prime time. We can't do that. It's hard to do. It's not hard to do. It's just no time for that along with the other three shows that we do. So, that's we're going to pick up the NFL again playoff time, which is going to be difficult doing the playoff games and the Watchtower, but we got to somehow figure that out, and we will. Anybody else on this James Gunn besides Deuce? Big money, Ty, this mic. Anybody?
I just can't wait till they get everything. I don't like this two universe type shit.
Yeah.
I never liked that type of shit. So
100%.
I can't wait till they get everything situated around there.
Light Queen, where we at?
I don't like him playing Batman either.
Yeah,
I don't like that guy playing
Batman. But you know what?
Either.
I don't want to get rid of him though, Big Money. I think we can do something that happened in the Flash movie where he becomes Nightwing. I think he'd be a great Nightwing. He looks depressed. He looks like looks like his parents died in the circus. He just looks like a depressed, walking around, something in the way. I mean, yeah, bro, that's Nightwing. That's not Batman. I'm sorry.
Okay, so who would you two or anybody on the panel choose as this universe's Batman?
Ben Affleck. I'm never walking away from that. I think that's the guy.
You gotta be realistic, Rick. He's not coming back. Right. So who else would you pick up?
Honestly, I think
right now I can't think of nobody right now, but
I mean, bro, if you want to de-age guys and use Keaton then. Something. I don't want to grab another dude to play Batman just to F it up. It can't be this guy. Even Keaton's not built like a brick shit house, but Pattinson just doesn't do it for me. He's money talks, bullshit walks. Freaking Hugh Jackman said he'll never be Wolverine again. Ever, ever, ever. Said he'll never put on that yellow suit. All of that stuff he talked. And he's going to be in a Deadpool movie as Wolverine. So I think if you talk to Ben Affleck, you can get him to put the cowl on again. And you have time to do it.
What about Jensen Ackles? The guy who was playing Soldier Boy on The Boys.
I think they rumored him to
you can't see him as Batman? Because I can see him playing Batman.
I could see. Well, here's why I struggle. Remember, it's not just Batman. You got to have a Batman body, but you have to be white man, handsome, rich looking to be Bruce Wayne. And I think Ben Affleck was the only guy to fit both of those attributes. I thought that Christian Bale was a great Bruce Wayne. He looked like Bruce Wayne. But when he put on a bat suit, he's got that helmet on, he can't really turn his head, and he's just throwing haymakers, and he just wasn't really a good fighter and all that. No. But I mean, I think it's very rarely where you find a guy that can play both. Like Christopher Reeve, he looked great as Clark Kent, and he looked great as Superman. You know, even Henry Cavill, he looked great. Listen, he's the best Superman. Look, I mean, hell, if anybody got the body for the job, it's that dude. But
I was going to say he's the best Superman, but I don't think he was a great Clark Kent.
No, exactly. He was not a great Clark Kent. He didn't really have the curl or the slick back hair like he's supposed to. And he just it looked like the glasses with the nerd image was forced. He didn't play that part very well as being like a doofus, like, you know, Clark Kent was, where he doesn't really know what's going on. And, you know, you would never suspect him as Superman, where Henry Cavill's walking around all jacked up in his reporter's outfit in a trench coat. I mean, you just look at that dude like, nah, that ain't no goofy ass nerd dude. Like, that dude looks like he can fight or something. So I think that's, yes, Ozzy's right. Ozzy said Henry Clark Kent was boring. I think it was too. I think Henry's Clark Kent was trash. I didn't like it. I thought it was forced. Matter of fact, his Clark Kent was so bad, I think you could have just edited the parts out when he played Clark and just had him just be Superman or be in the what do you call that, the Fortress of Solitude or whatever. I did not like Henry Cavill's Clark Kent, and you know that's a shame because I think Snyder did a good job in casting Ben Affleck as Batman. You know, Ben drank a little bit much.
You love the fight scenes.
Well, I think I love the fight scene because Snyder is a video game guy. And he went to the Arkham games, and he, as you can see, he integrated that into the fight scenes with, you know, with him using it. I mean, even Affleck, I mean, he's 6'4". He's a big ass dude. He's kind of believable as a Batman. When I see, listen, if I was a criminal, okay, which I'm not, the Rick's not a criminal. If I was a criminal, and I'm in an alley, and you know, hell, I don't know, I went and robbed some shit from, you know, Dr. Lindstrom or whatever, who's the Bat, and I seen this 180-pound guy, you know, inside of the alley. I'm not gonna run from him. I'm not. All right, so I'm breaking up here. What's going on? It says I'm breaking up.
Yeah, you were breaking up a little bit.
All right, well, I know what it is. All right, so let me put put the mic right here in a better spot. But you know that's
well. Let me ask you guys this. Not going too far off topic, but these roles like Batman, Superman. The other day, I was looking at something, and they were going over who was going to be the next James Bond. And
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba. Two black guys.
Yeah.
Superman, Batman. Do you think somewhere in the future, do you think it's a place for a black Batman?
100%.
Superman.
100. Good question.
They got a black Superman already in the comics.
They do, but I think you can. I think a black Batman works great. Now, will we ever see one? I'm not sure, but I think a black Batman.
They have a black Batman in the comics also. Lucius Fox. He has two sons. One of them becomes Batman in an alternate universe. So he's actually the Batman. I think 2 years ago they had him in the comics.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about everybody, the Bruce Wayne that we all know.
Is being a
no other universe. The Bruce Wayne we all know. Do you ever think we will ever get a black Bruce Wayne?
If we do, I don't think we will, but I think it would work. And I think
I don't think it would work. I don't think it would work because it would be, in my opinion, I think it would be too much of a backlash. Because why do you think people love Miles so much? Even though they say it's the same Spider-Man, Miles got different powers than Peter, so it makes him stand out. Even Rick said Miles got a kind of swagger to him compared to Peter. So I don't think it would be a great idea to do that.
Especially with Miles. Miles's uncle remind me of my Uncle Kenny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Always looking out for us, talking to us and everything. So that's why I started liking the Miles Morales version of Spider-Man. Because I'm like, oh man, he got an uncle that he's real tight with, or whatever. You know, yeah, I had one too. And like, you know what? Yeah, I can relate to Miles. Yeah, that's Peter Parker. I'm rolling with Miles now.
I think it was in Earth 3 or 4.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
The only reason I said that because when I looked at the what is that? The Marvel movie. God damn it, I forgot the.
Oh man,
who's in the movie?
The Wizard.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. Remember the lady, the Supreme, whoever she was, it was always played by a Japanese old man in the comics, and then they made her a woman. So I was like, well, if they can do that,
who you talking about?
the what they call it, the Supreme something, who Doctor Strange learned his powers from.
Oh yeah. Yes, they turned her into a woman, and they
turned her into a woman, and
yes,
it usually was played by
I got
Japanese
you now, brother,
or Oriental old man. But they made it, and that was so much pushback. And then what they did with Namor. That one.
They made him. They made him from Hispanic. I mean,
I hated what they do with the backstory.
Well, with the vibranium, that's BS.
That's BS. I didn't like the back.
Black Tom Cruise is here. Yeah, listen, Black Tom Cruise. Let me interrupt you for a minute, Big Money. Black Tom Cruise is a collector, much like myself, and I appreciate. Listen, he ain't got more than me, but he's getting there. When you get that Iron Man statue, Black Tom Cruise, then you'll be my neighborhood. But I appreciate you. He said Pattinson had a 6-pack in the movie. He wasn't skinny, Rick. Hey, look, just because you got a 6-pack don't mean you jacked or you buffed. I mean, come on, man. If Batman's beating these dudes up, he can't be 180 pounds. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, anyway, with the to get through with that, they changed his whole backstory, and the reason they said that is because DC came out with Aquaman, and Aquaman was in Atlantis. But if my memory serves me, Namor, they came out first with it before Aquaman.
That's correct.
And Namor was in Atlantis. So I don't know why they changed that. But to get back to what we were saying, I see a lot of diversity. And me personally, I'm with Rick. I think a black Bruce Wayne would work. We might not never see it, but I think it would work.
But think about what you just said. You said there was blowback just with that, with Doctor Strange. Then think about Scarlet Witch, where there was blowback because Taskmaster, they changed into a woman instead of having it as a man.
11 likes. My bad, brother.
I don't think it would be wise for them to do that. For example, the Black Superman, his name is Calvin Ellis, and I think it's on Earth 3 or Earth 4. Instead of being called Kal-El, his name is Calvin Ellis, and that's how they're able to run with similar names. So I don't think. Look, I would love to see a black Spider-Man. Excuse me, a black Superman and a black Batman, but naming him Bruce Wayne. You know how certain people, they don't like to change things up. So
you don't think we're there far as a society to accept something like that?
Hell no. Ask Trump.
Oh man, he blames the Donald.
I'm just keeping it real.
No, you got a point.
Light Queen doing her job. The Light Queen. She said, hit the like button and subscribe.
Big facts.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's talk about this Spider-Man 4. It's supposed to feature these two major Marvel Cinematic Universe characters. So you're probably wondering to yourself, what are these two major Marvel Cinematic Universe characters could be? Well, let me tell you.
All right, Leivon, tell us, brother. Tell us.
It's Daredevil. How you guys like that? Daredevil.
That makes sense.
I like that.
That makes sense.
Okay. You want to know the next one?
Yes.
Ant-Man.
Oh,
Ant-Man?
Come on, dude.
That's a letdown. I'm sorry. That's a letdown. If it's Ant-Man, that's a letdown. But I like Daredevil and Spider-Man.
I don't ever want to see Ant-Man again. I don't ever want to see that dude.
Hasn't that happened in the comics where Spider-Man and Daredevil team up?
Yes.
Yeah, but the hell, Ant-Man has never been. What the hell is he doing around there?
Hey, but Ricky,
I would rather Kingpin than Ant-Man.
You see, this is what happened when you have actors under contract instead of hiring new people.
Hold up. Well, so they will team up and battle the Kingpin. Yeah, that's...
Oh, dope as hell. That's dope. I'm still mad at the Ant-Man thing, but that's dope. Mm-hmm.
Hey, but you know what? The crazy thing about Ant-Man, if you think about it, Ant-Man will be a great video game, because if you can go little, then go normal size, and then turn the giant man, bro, that would be a great video game if somebody can do that right. Not trying to go too far, of course, but I like that pick because Ant-Man. I think Ant-Man would be a great video game.
I think Microsoft could pull that off though, Big Money. Don't they got Honey I Shrunk the Fuck niggas? They could pull that shit off. They could pull it off.
Maybe.
No, but I'm down for the team ups. I can't wait to see Spider-Man and Deadpool. That's what I want to see on screen. Spider-Man teaming up with Deadpool. Oh man, the comics was funny and a little raunchy because of Deadpool, but that shit is epic. But I'm definitely down for this. I don't mind Daredevil teaming up with Spider-Man. That's some sick shit.
Mhm.
But I heard that they're trying to go back to the basics with Spider-Man. Like they don't want him to be a larger than life Avenger. They just want him to be the neighborhood friendly Spider-Man. Like he's not going to be on some Avengers team up till the next Avengers. So this is what I heard. It's all rumors. I don't have no proof. It's just rumors.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Spider-Man team up with Wolverine. I know he teamed up a couple of times with him in the comics, but I wouldn't mind seeing him with Wolverine.
That sounds good as hell, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Levon, what you think about this story, Levon?
Interesting, honestly. I mean, it makes sense for Spider-Man Daredevil. I mean, it has happened before. I mean, look, the 90s TV show, like, there were, like, a couple episodes to where they, like, teamed up and all that. So, I'm not surprised, really. The Ant-Man, I don't know. Have Spider-Man and Ant-Man really interacted like that? Like, I don't.
I mean, they have, but it's not memorable. So
yeah, exactly. Exactly. So the Daredevil and Spider-Man fighting Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin. I mean, it makes sense. So I'm cool with that.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. Who I also want to see them bring over is the Punisher. Also, that I can't wait.
Yeah.
And I hope
Radio R.
No, absolutely. They already got Daredevil and Echo, the show Echo. Oh, matter of fact, guys, I forgot to let y'all know that what is it? What's the name of the show? I sent it to Rick. Hold on 1 second, guys. What if episodes start on December 22nd and it runs all the way till December 30th. So they're gonna give you one episode per day for the What If season 2 on Disney Plus, December 22nd all the way till December 30th. And then in January we start off with the Echo season series, which will include Daredevil, Kingpin, and Echo. So just a couple of things that we can expect in the next couple of weeks.
And if Spider-Man is not with the Avengers, he usually teams up with somebody in New York around New York.
Yeah.
He's usually with somebody around New York or in New York. If he's not with the
Keep talking, y'all. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, he's usually with somebody that's around New York. So anybody that's in New York, it's a lot of. Then you got the Fantastic Four. You got I can never remember this fucking wizard's name, man. Doctor Strange. He Doctor Strange. Yeah. So it's usually with somebody around New York when he teams up with somebody. So
no, that would be dope as hell. I'm a big Spider-Man fan, so
Spider-Man. I am, but you know what? It's time, dudes. It is time to put Miles Morales in this MCU.
I agree. Yo, fam.
It's
you know
time.
how I feel about Miles. You know
it's
how I feel
time,
about
brother.
Miles, so.
Yeah, it's time. It's time to put Miles in. You got to put Miles in. I think that would be kind of like the changing of the guard.
I agree.
Yeah, put Miles in there, man. I think it'll be awesome. Eric, the horror fan, says, Ricky, who would you cast as Miles?
Oh my God!
Yeah. Oh man. Eric, we had a big argument about who should play. Here's what I do know, Eric. It can't be Jaden Smith. It can't be Jaden Smith. We're not doing that. And I don't know. We got to find him. We got to find him. If I get desperate, maybe we can use the guy that actually voices him in the video game, because he's a skinny little bony jabroni, so he's believable to be Miles. You might have to work him out a little bit, but yeah, Chris is right. Could be new talent. Chris is right. It could be new talent.
I hate about Sony, bro. Sony cannot cast for nothing in the world, bro. They casting whoever they do the casting, bruh, get them the fuck out of here. Because when they got what's name to play Nathan Drake, I was like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm
Yeah,
back.
Like, what
They
the
just want an
fuck?
in-house.
Nah, I don't think the Nathan Drake's cast was bad. I think the Sully cast was bad.
It was bad. No,
The
no,
song-
Do
Nathan
you
Drake was
think?
bad.
Well, originally Mark was supposed to play Nathan Drake at one point.
Oh my God, Nathan's 45 years old. Jesus, listen, I think
Miles
that
Brown, though. Miles Brown, Rick. That's who needs to play Miles Morales. Miles Brown.
Miles Brown. Get this jabroni on the
Mhm.
screen here.
That's who they need to. That would be the perfect casting for Miles Morales.
And I think another thing that's wrong with Hollywood, they
Look,
keep
but can he
holding on to
act
these
though?
stories.
Can he act?
Yeah, he was in Blackish. Yeah, he was in Blackish.
All right, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen,
everybody
this is the
like
Miles
him.
Brown. This is who Deuce has recommended. Hey, listen, I'll pretty much take anybody that's not Jaden Smith. So kind of where
Rick
I am
had a
right now.
meltdown with that.
Yeah, he would.
All right, he could be all right.
And it wouldn't take him that he might know a little couple of words of Espanol.
Well, he's got to cut that ridiculous looking mustache. We can't have Miles with that thing. And he can leave the hair, I guess. He might be a little light, tan him up a little bit.
Oh,
Tan him up a little bit.
You want that perfect representation.
Well, it's got to be here. You can't be having, look, man. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Patrick Mahomes' brother will play him. I don't fucking. Not for me. I don't know. He's getting into a lot of trouble and stuff or whatever is going on with that guy. But
I would have cast Mahershala.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, real quick. I would have cast Mahershala Ali as his uncle.
Yes. Yeah. Good.
Across the Spider-Man.
Good choice there. I like that. I like that.
They got him as Blade, so they can't. You know what I mean? They can't.
Well, apparently he was ready to step out of Blade. A few shows ago he talked about that. He's ready to walk away from it. So, I don't know.
And Rick, let me ask you on a personal note, like, have you been around a lot of let's say a lot of mixed couples where the father is black and the mother is Spanish? Do they really, if you have a black father and that's married to a Spanish woman, do they really make it like a thing to have their kid really know Spanish like that?
Well, nowadays they do, but before I'll get to that in a second. But because Thriller Ali is here, all right, the vice president. Yes. Now listen. Back in the day, I'm talking 70s, and hell, I can take all of this stuff off the board now. I'm talking 70s, 60s, 70s, even somewhat of the 80s. If you were of mixed between, Spanish and black, they would tell you some of the worst things to do here. And that was to say, all right, don't learn Spanish. You're in America. This is a English speaking place where that's the last thing you should do. Nowadays, the Spanish population is very, very huge here in America. And, those are you got to learn. Listen, the people who are to succeed within the next generation are going to speak more than one language. So I think now, and I would say this, it depends on if it's a joint household when the both parents are there. I think the kid's going to learn both languages. I think that's a given. But let's say if he's raised by just his black father, he's probably not going to learn Spanish. But if you best believe, if he's raised by his Spanish mom, he's definitely going to know Spanish because she's going to teach it to him, especially to talk crap about his father. So, she going to make sure that that happens, so, that would definitely happen. But, I mean, listen, I would say in today's world, if you grow up in a multicultural household that speaks, multiple learn both languages because you're going to need it. Because that's just kind of the way the world is. And Rosetta Stone can teach you a few lines and help you there, but there's nothing like growing up with the culture and knowing that as opposed to learning it, force learning yourself with it. So I mean that's all I would say about that. I think there's a lot of that around You know, a lot of that in my family was a lot of that, you know, and, you know, the people who are my friends and everything. So, you know, I've seen it firsthand. You know, unfortunately, sometimes when the kids don't, when the parents split up sometimes, then, you know, it gets a little ugly where, you know, fight and shit. And, you know, the kid doesn't learn the language or the culture, or he ain't really with the father too much. You know, very rarely does a case happen where, and it does happen, but just from what I've seen, usually the mom is the one that, you know, that the single mom that raises the kid, you know, by herself. And I've seen that, you know, firsthand or whatever, you know, that happens.
Because you know, the funny thing is, I was looking at the Spider-Verse the other day, and Miles, they were coming in and talked to one of his counselors, and the counselor said that Miles is getting a D- in Spanish class. So I'm like, so okay, in the comics, do he know Spanish really well in the comics, or is it just that his mom is Spanish and they expect him to say a couple of things in Spanish? So that's why I said that, because I remember you saying
Deuce
that,
knows.
hey,
This is, you know, this is.
He does know Spanish. Even in Across the Spider-Verse, they make reference to that he gets a B in Spanish class, and both his parents start screaming on him in front of the counselor. So he does know Spanish, but he rarely uses it. So
okay.
Oh, so Chris said, what about Justice Elo Smith? How's he? Who's this jabroni? Is he a good
super light skinned guy?
Light skinned guy? All right. Brill, King Reaper. King Reaper is a Grim Reaper today. He's giving the Rick bad news. He said 21-3 Bills way. Oh my god. 15 likes! But I'm gonna hide my head in the sand like an ostrich. This is terrible. We can't go beating the Eagles and then lay an egg in Buffalo. I know that jabroni Parker is talking big.
Rick, you looking up?
I was so scared to look at the Bulls game.
Yeah, I'm looking them up now. I was looking at ESPN to see where the Cowboys had the ball at.
I started looking at the Bears games, and they was winning. Then it came back and they tied it up. I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna even look at. I don't even know the end of that. I ain't even want to look at the rest of that shit, man. I'm like, man, I'm so tired of looking at that. We got a great fucking defense. Our offense is fucking terrible.
Oh, this jabroni. He might be a little too old to play Miles, but I do remember. Yeah, he did play in Jurassic Park. Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah. Got a little afro here. Let's see this. Let the fans see this. Jabroni.
I don't know if I like him as Miles, to be honest with you. You said the other dude needed a tan. I think this dude definitely needs a tan.
Yeah, we definitely got to tan him up a little bit. But, I mean, I don't know. Hey, look, man. Look, if they're filming it in Georgia, yeah, he'll have the tan in no time. You know, that's kind of where, you know, people go to film their stuff here in Georgia. Hey, look, listen, all I need to know is if he can act. If he can act, okay, I can't have fucking Jaden Smith playing Miles Morales.
Yo, you will not let that go, Rick.
I can't have that. I cannot have Jaden Smith playing Miles Morales. I can't.
You will not let that go.
Listen, I love Miles Morales now.
Rick?
Listen,
Rick,
I'm here.
What did he do to you, bro?
Bro, listen, it's not what he did. It's what his parents did to him and what he's doing to himself. I can't have it. I can't have it. Listen, here's what I will say. And the Rick means this. If Jaden Smith plays Miles Morales, I will not see the movie. I will not buy the game anymore or anything. I won't have anything to do with Miles Morales anymore. It will be a full boycott and just like he didn't exist. A Dark Lord Fusion said, I'll give it Ricky. Anyone but Jaden. Thank you. Thank you. Dark Lord Fusion! My man. He said, listen, anybody, I can't have Jaden Smith. I can't have.
Is the cure said, Rick.
Oh, he said he can act, but tan or not, he ain't Miles.
No,
don't look nor sound like Miles. Oh, wait a minute now. Hold on a second. As far as looking and sounding like people, you can sound like anybody. I can sound like Sean Connery right now, and I can sound like a damn redneck. You can sound like whoever you're gonna sound. That doesn't matter. You can change your voice when you act. And Eddie Murphy used to do all those voices and all that stuff. I don't know. Listen, again, I don't know. Look, I told you guys, I don't care who plays Miles. As long as it's not Jaden Smith.
That's a lie.
I said, as long as it's not Jaden Smith. I don't care. Yo, I'm to the point now where if you can find a kid that kind of resembles Miles Morales if you can believe that he's Boricua, y negro, y moreno, all right, that is fine. But if it's not believable, no lo creo. I don't want to see it. And Entendiste? I don't want to see it. That's a fact. So, that being said,
let's talk about that Invincible. Let's talk about
Invincible. Yeah, let's talk about it. Yes, because it's a mid-season, right? It's bro.
Yes, it is.
First of all, up until now, I thought it was great. I knew something was going on when they told this guy all this stuff was going on, this other planet and this and that or whatever, blah 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 blah. But to find out that it was his dad, in that episode, basically that summoned him, that was a shock. And this is going to bring a lot of questions because it's like, hey, he can go to Earth anytime he wants to and take over. Nobody can beat him over there. So I'm wondering why he just left. And was it really that remark with, I still have you, when his father was beating the living hell out of him?
Yeah, they're supposed to show no loyalty other to their own. And the son wasn't loyal to him. So he's like, I'm going to whoop your ass. And then when the son said that, that's what broke him down.
Yeah, they broke him down. And Mello sounds like he's going through a freaking trunk of Christmas stuff.
My bad. I apologize.
Yeah, Mello, what's good, brother? Glad to have you here.
What's good? What's good?
You about 45 minutes late. What happened?
I forgot my nephew's birthday, man. He had to get out there.
He got caught with the kid party too. Oh
yeah,
man, those are the worst. God.
Like, damn.
See, my kids are growing up, so I mean, the twins are 14, Pudge is 11, so I got maybe about 2 or 3 kid parties left in me. Tops.
Lucky.
Yeah. I got 2 or 3 left to be tops. Nobody, unless I'm going to my grandkids' parties, and hopefully I don't have any of them for another 10 years or so. But yeah, man. I'm oh God, man.
The worst part about it is showing up late. So yeah, that's what I showed up late there and got all the looks and stares. So
man. Dang. Well, now that you're here, we're talking about Invincible. We're going to close the show with this, and we were talking about the mid-season episode, or up into the mid-season episode of Invincible. I personally think that I think it's going better than the first season, to be honest with you. I think it's a little more drama, not as much action and fighting and stuff, but it's a little more drama, a little more storytelling, better storytelling. And, so I couldn't be happier more with Invincible season 2, with the mid-season, how it came, which means that I hope it doesn't let me down like the Secret Invasion did. Where Secret Invasion was good up to the mid-season, it tailored off after that. I'm just hoping.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I could agree with that.
Oh, by the way, Deuce, that thing that you sent me a picture of, how much is it at Walmart? I'll Cash App it. If you grab it, I'll pay for the shipping. You get there.
I'll go back to Walmart and check for you. I forgot. I was there like an hour before the show and I saw it. So I said, let me take this picture and show you.
Yeah, I wish you would have showed me when you was there. I sent you the money. I gotta have that. Gotta have it. So anyway, I think that it's going well at Invincible 2. It sounds like you like it too. Here, take it away, brother. What do you feel? You feel the same way that I feel about it?
So I love, I don't know if everybody watched it, spoilers for anybody who didn't, but I liked how they were showing Adam Eve, I think that's her name, and she was trying to be a hero, but she was messing things up left, right, and center, and it was just showing like the downfalls of trying to be a hero. At first, the first few episodes was throwing me off until I realized they were doing a multiverse thing, because I didn't understand what was happening in the first episode, and then I think the third episode told us. But this fourth episode of Mark finding out he got a brother and him cursing at his dad, man, my dad would have went across my neck.
Oh man!
If I was saying, the way he was talking to his pops, I'm like, oh, you're not gonna stand there and let this 17-year-old talk to you like that, or however old he is. My pops would have went out my neck. But I love that. I love the violence. I love the action in it. It's crazy how they broke homie back, but it is what it is, man. I really enjoyed the episode. I'm mad that we only got 4 episodes, so I'm ready for 2024 to come so we can get all the rest of the episodes.
Yes, indeed.
Show. I give that episode a 9 out of 10. I can't really fault it for anything.
I can't either. I mean, that's funny. The same thing. I can't fault it on anything either. I think it was great. And one thing is a cliffhanger. Now I'm anxious. It's almost like I want the whole year to finish, but
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because I was thinking, I was like, yeah, we're gonna have show. I don't think we're gonna do any shows next week. I think it's a good time to get, because it's gonna be hard for anybody to really go in and listen to us during the holidays. You got Christmas coming. You got Christmas
you don't want to do the 80s and 90s. We could do the 80s.
I do. I was thinking of doing that week after Christmas.
Do a poll. See what the chat says.
Yeah.
The chat want to do it.
Yeah, I was thinking. Actually, I had a date for that because I wanted to make some PowerPoint slides.
Okay.
I want to make some PowerPoint slides for it, and I was thinking that we can probably do that show on New Year's. I was like, that'd be a cool New Year's show. We give everybody the week off. We won't, this coming Wednesday we'll do the save point, but after that, be off on Saturday. No arcade, no Watchtower. That following Sunday, and then we do the 80s, 90s. We dedicate a whole show to the 80s versus the 90s on the 31st. Not doing it at 5, because we'll do it earlier as far as the day, like maybe a noon or something like that. Because none of us have to work tomorrow. Well, the day after.
Right.
Yeah, so I was thinking that that'd be a perfect time. We won't even call it Watchtower. We just call it 80s versus 90s. And everybody get all their material, and I was gonna do slideshows and stuff like that. I was actually working on some of them. I was messing around in PowerPoint. I was like, I'm gonna make a few slideshows and stuff to put up for the show. But that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, like, what? We're not really gonna get traction on Saturday the 23rd or the 24th. It's just not gonna happen. I plan on resting up. I've been working like a dog lately. And, I'm just overwhelmed right now with work and stuff. It's getting harder and harder to do shows towards the end of the year because we had to do a whole lot of work and stuff. And, I just want to relax. So I think our last show before we take a week off will be this Wednesday. And, we'll take a week off of that. I'll just release, more don't buy digital videos, whatever, to keep content going. But that's about it. I need a freaking break. And I think, all right. So it's getting a little tough too, because I work like crazy this week. Took my son to the nerd classes this weekend, and I got to help my sister move. Got to be moved, I think, by Saturday. She said. So that's why I said,
Ooh, I hate that. I hate moving.
Yeah. My sister's 6 months pregnant, and she needs help moving. So I gotta help. I gotta help her move. So. And she said Saturday. So yeah, I gotta, and I don't want to try to do it all Saturday. I want to try to get some truckloads done, during the week and stuff. So, I don't want that.
Call 2 men in a van.
Oh, she got some nephews. She got 3 nephews to come and help her, and myself. What's the point of the Rick throwing up 400 pounds in that gym if I'm not going to use it to lift up a couch or something? So that there. So yeah, I want to take care of that. So yeah, next week. We'll do the save point. Now listen, if something crazy happens where, some kind of gaming news where we have to do something, yeah, I'll assemble the troops. But other than that, we just gonna be out there. Black Tom Cruise
2 announcement or something.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Switch to Xbox Pro, definitive date on PlayStation Pro, something like that. Black Tom Cruise said Omni-Man was smashing a bug
game
to be pissed.
A new Batman. You hear me?
Say that again?
A new Batman game just got announced. A new Arkham game just got announced.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Well,
Arkham game.
Well, they need it. And let me tell you something. Speaking of which, I've been playing this Gotham Knight. It ain't too bad. The single player part of it. That's all I've been playing. I can't complain about it. I don't know what everybody's talking about here. They were complaining about it, but whatever. But now let's end the show on the what's the name?
Traversal is trash, by the way, Rick. The traversal is trash.
Well, I think you got to level up. I don't think. Listen, look, the man has a bat cycle I can ride. That's good enough for me. Yeah, I'm being Nightwing, by the way, and I've been driving around this. So I want to end the show when we're talking about Leave the World Behind. Because Leave the World Behind was a movie that I found on Netflix. I had no idea this movie existed And it was basically what?
World behind. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah, leave the world behind. So it was like hold on. I heard a challenge. Black Tom Cruise says, Rick, I think I caught up with you on figures. You haven't seen them in a while. Brother, I have a 20 by 50 storage bin full of hot toys that the Rick can't even put in his basement. I got no room. I don't know if you caught up to that yet, Tom Cruise, but I appreciate you. You'll be Nightwing, I'm Batman, all right? It's okay. There's nothing wrong with being the heir apparent. But anyway, let's leave the world behind. And the reason why I want to talk about, because I wanted everybody to what, Mello, you got some kind of weird shit going on. Yeah, you're echoing. Yeah. So this leave the world behind thing. It's on Netflix. It's about a family vacation on Long Island. It's interrupted by the two strangers that come through, but they really own the house, and that's the crazy thing. So as the threat grows, they don't have internet. They don't have anything, and the radiation is climbing. I mean, I really don't want to spoil it. It's on Netflix. I want you guys to check the girls, like Queen, Ty, anybody else out in here, all the girls that are part of the channel. Go out and check this one.
Is it a horror game? Is it a horror film? Or?
It's more like a suspense. You got a whole lot of crazy stuff going on. When white people are scared, I'm scared too. So that's kind of how it is.
We ain't talking about it, Rick.
Yeah, we are talking about it.
No, I'm talking about a breakdown of it or something. You said you gonna give more.
No. I said I don't. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it. Because I don't want to spoil it. The movie's broken down into 5 parts. Okay, so it's 5 parts of it's over an hour and a half. It's damn near 2 hours. Actually, it's over 2 hours. It's like 2 hour and a half movie. So they're breaking it down. They're losing Wi-Fi, and then the dude comes to the house and says, "Hey, look," because I guess it was kind of like one of those things with a bed and breakfast, and the things when they give you a code, you rent your house out to a couple of strangers, and then you end up getting bed buds. What's that service called?
Airbnb, sir.
Airbnb. Here we go. So it's like
stop disrespecting Airbnb.
So anyway, it's like an Airbnb means bed bugs. So anyway, but this Airbnb thing here is, it's taken off, and I guess they rented the house. And the guy was like, "Yeah, I know who you are, blah, blah, blah." And, he was just saying, "Hey, look, we'll give you your money back or half your money to let me and my daughter stay in the basement because this whole crisis is going on." And when I say the crisis, it's like because there's no internet access. The little girl was trying to watch stuff, and then they went to the beach in an oil tanker, rode up on shore. Because remember, if you don't have the internet or any kind of satellite communications, bro, birds can't fly, right? Because that throws off their little sense of navigation because we put all that shit up in the atmosphere. And then, planes are falling from the sky. Like, yo, this shit is deep, bro. It was actually a book. And I didn't know that it was a book. It was definitely, it was a book
from the Obama's, from the president.
Yeah, and I never obviously I never read the book. I mean, does anybody read books now? I mean, hell, they have that thing.
Yes, Rick. People read
no, they don't.
Books,
no, Rick. You don't. You press the play button and you listen to it now. You sit back and you're on the airplane. They're called audio books, Mello. That's what people do. Hey, audio books. And you could get Sean Connery to talk. Just slap her around a bit. Give her a little slap. That was funny, yo. When Sean Connery said that, yo, my man is off the chain, bro. But I want y'all to check this movie out. I think it's a good movie. Look, it's on Netflix. Watch it, and let's talk about it a little bit. We can talk about it on a save point because the save point is going to be our last show for a week and a half. So we can talk about it on a save point. For those that didn't, because Deuce didn't get a chance to watch it. Levon is still in the process of watching. I don't know if he's done yet.
I'm watching it still. Yeah.
So he's still watching it.
That thing like 3 times.
Yo, ain't it good, bro? I like it. It's fire. Good. Yo, it's fire, bro.
It's perfect for big money, man. Perfect for big money.
Bro, I'm telling you, you know what this movie inspired me to do the whole freaking, that and the whole thing with Discovery pulling the stuff from PlayStation inspired me to hold it. Don't buy digital stuff. It's when I saw this movie. First what happened is Discovery pulled all the stuff from Sony, and then this movie I saw this. I said, "Oh yeah. Don't buy digital is in full effect."
And yeah, it definitely confirmed a lot of stuff. Like
Yeah.
for me personally, I done ordered new generators. I done ordered some solar panels, the portable solar panels. Like it
Yeah.
tried to get. It really started letting me pay attention. Like, damn, if the internet or anything was to happen in that nature, would I be ready? Would I
Yeah,
be
no
prepared?
doubt.
Like,
Yo, in the bunker that buddy had at the end. You know, the bunker
oh
with
man,
bro. Listen, and then
like
I like the line that the dude said in the movie. He's like, "Yo, I'll give you." I think he said $1,000 something. He said, "What's money gonna be worth right now?" Man, he's like, "Man, get out of here, man, buddy."
right.
Yeah, what's money, bro? You got
Hey,
no internet. You got what
hey,
is money gonna
bruh.
be worth?
But like, if you really go, if
If you
you're a
think
real
about it,
man and you got a family, you trying to protect your family. This movie, when you sit down on it,
Yeah,
it
buddy.
gives you a different perspective. Like, I need to be prepared for anything.
that's why I'm saying, like, we getting conditioned to feel, but we lose any of this shit, bruh, society be go crazy because
Extreme.
we wouldn't know what to
The
do.
Big
rap,
Money. Did you realize, Mello and Big
We wouldn't
Money?
know what to
yeah,
do.
We can't run a traffic light without the internet. Like that's how bad
You
it
want to
is.
go
Like,
back to the late 2000s and early 2010s?
yeah. I asked my family member a quick question. I'm like, just off the top of your head right now, name me someone phone number that you know. No one knew a
nope.
phone number.
I
Yo,
can't,
Off the
bruh,
bat,
crazy, right?
bruh,
did
Yo,
not
bruh.
know a phone number. Had to go scroll through their phones to find a person. I'm like, so if anything was to happen to you, even if you was lost in the woods, you wouldn't have
Bruh,
no way of getting in contact with no one.
so laughing is
bruh.
the cure. So you buy the physical movie too, but you just upload the digital code with it, correct? Because that's what I do. This whole thing of don't buy digital. I'm telling people don't go buying these digital movies off of Vudu, off of any of those places. Just buy the physical movie. It comes with the code already. That's basically what I'm telling y'all is to buy the physical movie. It already comes with the code. And that's what I'm telling. He said, "No, I pirate movies. I do not buy." Holy crap! Don't incriminate yourself. Oh man, he must be friends of
Hey,
Levon.
hey, how many of y'all in here and in the chat, how many people seen Wally? Whoever seen that
Oh yeah,
that
Oh
yeah,
Disney
yeah,
yeah.
that's
movie
what I with
Wally?
Oh,
my
the
kids
Disney movie? Yeah,
years
I've seen
ago.
You
Wall-E,
see what
yeah.
do y'all see what do you see what technology did to all those people? You see what
Yeah,
technology, they didn't
yeah.
have to do nothing but just sit there. And that's how I feel now. That's how I feel, just like them. I'm like, shit, I ain't gotta do nothing. I ain't gotta do nothing. All you gotta do is just sit there, and that's how it makes you feel. But if you lose all of this, bro, if I had to go out and hunt food for my family, we would
Man,
fucking die. We would die.
motherfucker was starved.
We would
And
starve, bro. I would know.
and Big Money. The sad part about that though, the land gave us so much that we don't even have to hunt for meat. We don't
Yup,
even have to go kill. You
yup,
can eat certain foods and certain vegetables like that will keep you nourished just as if you ate meat. But we
yup,
so conditioned to the times, like you said, that we don't even know that we are barely fucking educational on how to survive
yup,
without having
yup,
someone hold our hand, and it's pretty
yup.
sad. But yeah,
Yeah, that's
that
sad.
movie is an eye opener, man. I definitely recommend go check it out. I really do.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look at it soon. We get done in here.
Everybody says some conspiracy theory mess. It's like, yeah, you can take that if you can, but the grand scheme of it is like, how prepared are you as a man to protect your family? That's what I took from it.
Keeping them on the run with a shotgun. That's saying with a click claim. That's how you.
What?
A slang with a click claim. So anyway, that
He
being
thinks he from
said,
Cleveland.
yeah, well, nah, I ain't from Cleveland, brother. Actually, Busy Bones kidnapped here in Connecticut that time where they found him. He was on America's Most Wanted. They found him here in
Man,
Connecticut. Shout out to Busy Bone, light skinned brother.
Busy was that dude. He started doing all that action.
Yeah, he was probably the best one. The second best one was probably Flesh. Flesh was probably the second best.
Talented, bro. Talented.
Yeah, Flesh was a beast, but they took him out of all the good songs. Like I actually have an MP3 with all of the songs that they took Flesh out of because he was in like almost all of their songs, but they took him out.
Flesh kept getting into legal issues.
That's
like,
why they
that
took him out
brother-
the songs. That's why they took him out the songs and stuff. Yeah, because of that. But I have the originals when he's actually like in the song. Flesh is that dude. Like he really showed his skills on that Bone Thugs and Harmony Resurrection. Like yo, Flesh was the man on that album. Yo, I was like, all right, he gets the whole he gets the gold mic on that album. I think Flesh came mad because he was just out of prison, and he was like, you know what, I finally get to actually put it on wax. Yep, he went off. He went off. Like Flesh went off in that album. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Briadios for coming through. He's always number one. Dark Lord, Fusion, Swordfish, King Reaper, who gave the Rig bad news. Cowboys are getting stomped out. I don't know what I'm going to do. Flippin' was here. Ozzy was here. Christopher Hart was here. Dark Lord, Fusion, Eric the Horror Fan, he was here. Who else we had? The Light Queen was here as usual. Chris doing her job holding it down. The Vice President Thriller Ali was here. And the Black Tom Cruise, who is trying to build his collection like the Ricks. Tom Cruise, when you got to
buy any physical Xbox games.
I have to, I guess. I don't know. I'm torn because if it's on PC, Xbox, same release. It gets a little muddy. But Thriller, Black Tom Cruise, you can't just collect figures now. You got to collect the vehicles. Because the Rick's got a Batwing, costs $2,800. The Rick's got a Batmobile, costs another $1,600. So you gotta get the vehicles too. You can't just collect the figures. That's cool. There's no doubt, Flipping Bone. That's my shit right there. But yeah, just a little nugget for you out there, Black Tom Cruise. You can't just collect figures and detolfs and stuff like that. I did that too, but you have to get your DeLoreans, your Ecto Ones, your Batmobiles, that kind of stuff. You got to collect those too, brother. That's the art of collecting. It gets very expensive. And
you got a Conan figure?
It's a custom made. I know a guy that took Arnold's face. He made like a Conan head with it, put it on like a muscle bound dude's body or whatever. Gave him a little sword. I paid $300 for it. Yeah, he did a custom one for me. So I got Arnold. I got Arnold as Conan. I have Arnold as Dutch from Predator, and I have Arnold as Commando. So and a Terminator.
What about Thundar the Barbarian? You got him, Thundar the Barbarian?
Nah, I don't have him.
Got Thundar?
Nope. Got a shitload of Thundercats. Got a shitload of Batman. Got a shitload. I got Doc and Marty and RoboCop and all of the MCU guys, all of the DCU guys. Christopher Superman. Oh, Jack Nicholson Joker. I mean, you name it. Thriller Ali said, "Mello, I'm not gonna only eat beans for the rest of my life. You bugging. It give me oink oink. Oh man, he want that pork." Briadio says James Gunn, best thing happened to the DCU. He did. He picked the best actors and actresses. His casting was good, on point. Well, with that being said, folks, we're about 7 minutes over. Hold on. He said, Ricky, are you spending $2K on that? Yes, I am. Listen, that's part of being a collector. Tom Cruise, you got to get the stuff. Like, here's the thing, Tom Cruise, when you want to collect. And again, this channel goes over collecting. I don't want you to start getting figures that are just to have. It's all cool to get a $300 figure, a $400 figure, but I want you to focus on the rare figures. I don't want you to go out and buy these commons like the Captain Marvels, the Captain Americas, the Iron Mans. I want you to get the stuff that's going to be hard to get later on. Like a War Machine, because they don't make a lot of them, or a Yondu, because they don't make a lot of him. So, I want you to focus on stuff like that. Invest in the first 3 trilogies.
Rick, your mic went out.
Yeah, your mic
went out.
I think he saw the Cowboys did. The Cowboys losing, so he turned his mic on.
Actually, I stood up and knocked the mic cord out. I don't want you to collect anything from the new Star Wars trilogies. That stuff is junk, and it's never going to amount to a hill of beans. Right now, if you want collectibles that are going to be worth something, I want you to grab the Miles Moraleses. If you see them, grab them. They're going to be worth money. I want you to grab the Toby what's the name, Spider-Man that come out, the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. They released that. I want you to grab that. Those are the ones that are going to be worth something because they're not making a whole lot of them. Don't focus on these Iron Mans, and get the women figures. The women figures are the ones that end up worth a lot of money too, because they don't make a lot of them. Sexist pigs. So you can focus on the female 1/6 scales and the rare ones. Don't get the ones that you're going to make a whole lot of, because you're going to pay too much money for them up front, because they're always going to end up going down in value because they oversaturated. They made too many of them, kind of like a John Cena. Kind of like an Iron Man. You know, when you see those kind of figures, they made too many of them. So focus on getting the rare ones. Hey, you're going to say, hey, Rick, how do you know it's rare? You can just tell. A rare figure is one that's probably a B, C, or D character, not an A character. So focus on, get Hulk figures, because they don't make a whole lot of Hulk figure because he's real big. So he's hard to, get in there. So stuff like that. We'll go over that a little bit more. Tom Cruise, I'll DM you. I'll give you a list of stuff that you should have in your collector's row or in your inventory. And you gotta have the vehicles. The vehicles never go down in value. The vehicles only go up. And that's the good part. I mean, I got Batmobiles for days, bro. 1/6 scales, they're worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And so I suggest you get those.
Millennium Falcons. You got the Millennium Falcon.
I only have the Lego set. I'm waiting for somebody to try to get that. So he put something in Discord. Yeah, the Tumblr. Yeah, yes, get that. Yeah, but you know what though? Black Tom Cruise. That's hot. That's hot. I have that too. Yep, the Psycho, the Joker. Yeah, his collection's getting good. Now let me ask you this, Tom Cruise. Do you have the armory from the Christian Bale Batman? Not that there with the suit, but the actual armory where he has the suit hanging up. That's what I want you to get. That's hard to get too. I have that. It comes with Alfred. But yeah, that's hot. Listen, my man Tom Cruise is doing this thing. He called himself Tom Cruise a collector now. But yeah, I know it's gonna cost you some ducats. It's gonna cost you. Listen, it gets expensive. I collect now just for the sake of collect. I can't fit anything else in the basement. So I'm kind of looking like, all right, well, where do I go from here? And I want you to get up with Jazz Inc. Design, Black Tom Cruise. He makes a lot of good custom stuff, and he's gonna start making figures now. So I want you to subscribe to. He's got a channel on Facebook. I want you to get it. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for coming. I want to thank Big Money for being here. Lavon for putting together the show. Deuce, always on time. Appreciate his efforts. I want to thank Ty for coming through. I want to thank Mello for coming through, even though he was late, but I appreciate him coming here. And well, that's all, folks. That's the end of the show. And I'm gonna go finish watching the Cowboys get stopped up.
One more thing. Hey, one more thing. The guy you was talking to, when you decide to collect something, make sure you do your history on whatever you get. Make sure you look up the history of that figure, because they got a lot of stuff out there that people collect, but they don't do the history on it.
Yeah,
and
like Daredevil figures, like those are like they had a Daredevil and a Luke Cage figure that was out there that nobody bought. That's the one. Those are the kind that you need to grab. You need to grab those because they end up being worth some dough, whole lot of dough. So that's what you want to get. So hey, listen, appreciate everybody here. Light Queen, thank you very much, Chris. I probably woke her up and she came out here and she did her thing, and got some likes here. This is a shorter show, and we got to get the heck up out of here. We're gonna talk about that, Denzel. Shout out to everybody. Anybody else got something to say before I close the show? We gonna get up out of here.
Shout out to the Bill for whooping the Cowboys' ass. Praise God.
Hit the like button, chat.
Praise
man. Yeah, you know what? If the Eagles lose to the Seahawks, I don't want to see your face. Oh,
you're gonna see me because I'm still gonna be praise God. Praise God.
All right, good night, everybody.